with Musketeer Madness coming up, it's really an exciting time for us. This is, we've had 12 practices. We went 12 out of the last 14 days, and so today's a much-needed day off. But we're really excited about getting out there, and it's always a good crowd. And to see, to experience that for the first time is a big step for our team, which leads up to our scrimmages, and then leads up to our first game against Tennessee State. So we're really excited about the energy that comes with this, and just the opportunity to be out there in front of all Xavier's fans.
Coach, you guys finished last year. I've been on a downward note with the 7-game losing streak. Heading into this season, you got some new pieces. Can you just talk about the team this year and what your expectations are heading into this season?
Well, we started talking about that on a bus ride back from Chicago last year, and started figuring out some things that we've needed. And that's about right, isn't it, Schaefer? We did. We did a lot of soul searching from that little spiral, and I think some good's come out of it. It didn't feel good at the time, but the team is much more engaged, much more focused on the basketball aspect. Our energy's been great, and I think it's we're going to be much better than a lot of people think after the way we ended last year.
Leah, can you talk about that soul searching? What did that mean to you, and was it kind of a wake-up call heading into this year?
It was definitely a wake-up call. I think as a team we've come together, and basically everyone has stepped up. Losing 3 starters, we definitely had to fill some shoes there, so I think everyone has stepped up for the most part, and looking forward to it.
Coach, what does it mean to get back to a player like Kendall Fincher, who broke her hand last year and now is able to be back in the mix?
Well, something is happening when Kendall's around, and you're not always sure what it is, but she's an active player. It's funny because I was all over at practice yesterday, and then I go to do statistics from the video, and she's got 16 points, and she's 4 out of 9 from the three-point line and stuff like that. So here I am, I'm all over about practice, but then the scoring punch that she brings, sometimes you don't always appreciate the fact that she's just going to make things happen. And so, yes, we really struggled to shoot the ball from the perimeter last year, and it was funny the other day. I said, Kendall, I don't care what happens today. You need to take 10 3-point shots. And just because we do have to be able to spread the floor, we've got some really good inside players, but last year it was so crowded in there. Everybody's around them, and we've added a lot of wrinkles, some options to our offense, and hopefully with Kendall and Marquette Turner and those guys shooting the ball, we'll be able to spread it out and have a more balanced offense because of that.
What about Tara Floyd? She also be able to play this year?
She's getting there.
Oh.
She's getting there. She's practiced probably about 2/3 of the time. She can't go hard every day. We're still bringing her back in stretches, but again, she's one. Like yesterday, she was 5 of 9 in a scrimmage we had 10 points in 10 minutes, and so she is showing signs of life. Her conditioning's not where the other players are right now, but I'm hoping in the next month, 6 weeks, that she's ready to roll.
Is she coming back from a specific injury?
She's coming back from multiple knee injuries. Yes. Yeah. So her first practice when we went, what was the date? The 5th or something like that. That was her first basketball practice in almost 2 years. So it just takes some time. She missed her senior year in high school, then she missed her freshman year last year. So it takes a lot of time to get those lungs back where they need to be.
Leah, what do you want this team to look like this year? What kind of basketball do you want your squad to play this year?
In the past, we've kind of been like a slower team and slow it down in transition and stuff like that. And this year, Coach is letting us go and transition a lot, so hopefully it'll be a lot faster pace this year.
Like that?
Yeah, I love that. I think it will help some of our other players too, because that's more of their game, their style of play, I think.
Yeah, you talked a little bit about last season, the way it ended. How much did that motivate a team, a returning player like yourself, to have in that preseason?
It's definitely motivating for everyone, I think, but me in particular, it's my senior year. So I want to go out with us doing better than it was when I started. My freshman year, I think we only won 8 games or something, and these past 2 years we've improved, so hopefully this year we can do really well.
Leah, in the past at Musketeer Madness, you've come out in your intro with a stuffed animal. Olaf 1 year, Simba 1 year. What's the plan this year?
You might just have to wait and find out, but it's definitely Disney.
Is that a thing for you? I mean, does you like Disney?
Yeah, I love Disney. And then I started it my sophomore year, and then they told me to do it again last year, so I might as well just make it the tradition.
Do you guys talk about that? Just like who's going to do what, and how you're going to go be introduced? Do you like practice or?
We don't really practice, but for the most part we tell each other what songs we're going to do and if we're going to do anything goofy.
Nothing. I see some of these other basketball coaches. I'm like, I must be no fun. That's probably why they don't do anything, because I'm just such a dud. But
You're not going to dab again, Coach?
I doubt that. The song I will come out to will have instruments being played in it. That'd probably be the only one. Instruments.
Like band?
Musical instruments, because the rest of these kids, they don't have any instruments in their music.
Brian, can you talk a little bit about your freshmen coming in and what we can expect from them?
Well, T. Owens, Ashley Gomez, and then Megan Christopher, and they are getting beat up right now. So they're trying to figure out what to come with them. We call her little T. T. Owens is she's making some strides at point guard. She's very athletic, and she's just a terrific young lady, and just wants to learn so bad. But it's just she's playing the hardest position as a freshman, and I'm relentless on her. And so she's got one day she's really good, and one day she's not. But I think she's figuring out. I think T's going to be a really good player. She's very explosive and great finisher, but we try to get her not to be so streaky from the 3-point line. But a really good addition. Ashley Gomez has missed the last week or so with an injury. She's got a hamstring problem. She's a really good shooter, and she's just gotten her at the worst opportune time for a freshman. So we got to get her caught back up. And then Megan Christopher is just a solid role player. She's got some relations here on the department. So, but Megan's just a great kid and helps us out in practice and stuff like that.
And Megan's a walk-on.
She is.
The other two are not.
They are not. No. Yeah.
Coach, it might be kind of a hard question to answer in this setting, but this program isn't far removed from knocking on the door of the Final Four. What's kind of your vision for what you want Xavier basketball to be going forward?
Well, when I sit in there with recruits, and you think, and when I interviewed for the job 4 years ago, whatever it was now, and I saw a slide that had all the NCAA banners. I think Xavier's women's been to 10 NCAA tournaments. They've been to 3 Sweet 16s, 2 Elite 8s, something like that. And I thought the interesting thing to me was that it wasn't just one coach that did all that. It was, Mark Yellen took him to a tournament, Melanie Balcom took him to some tournaments, Kevin McGuff took him. So I thought the resources, the location, everything's here to do that again. I really do. I mean, that's the goal. We got to get back in the tournament in advance, and I don't see why at some point in time Xavier can't be an Elite 8. And if you get the right draw, this program is one bucket, one layup away from being in the Final Four. And I think if you're not shooting for that, what are you shooting for?
Brian, the Puerto Rico tournament that you guys are going to be in is now in Las Vegas. What do you think about that?
Well, those glamour trips aren't so much glamorous when you're the coach. So that's fine with me. I was a little concerned about the Zika. Just what you read in the media and things like that. So when you got young women that are on your play for you, my daughters and your assistant coaches and all those people are going. So I was a little concerned about going down there. And then I was pleased when they decided, especially if the men's tournament moved. I was pleased because it just takes all the risk away from everything that wasn't necessary. So I would love to see in Puerto Rico, but we'll go out to Vegas and it'll just be more just basketball.
For both of you, the Strength and Conditioning Center is brand new. Yeah. What are your impressions of it compared to what it was before?
I think it's amazing. They have a lot of new equipment, things they didn't have in the other one. We haven't officially gotten to lift in there or work out in there yet, but I think we get to this Friday. But from the looks of it, it looks great.
Yeah, I think that it just adds to the bells and whistles that this building out there is beautiful, but it's just adding to behind the scenes, especially from a recruiting standpoint and and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be really nice.